Welcome to another edition of the Locked On Astros podcast. We are going to the World Series! Yeah! We're going to the World Series! Yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah, we'll talk about this and more on this edition of the Locked On Astros podcast.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Heisman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chansey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros, and we hope that you join us for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Heisman. You find me on Twitter at Eric Talks Stros. You find the show at Locked On Astros. Your team every day. Brett, where can you find you at?
They can find me at H-Town Wheelhouse on Twitter and at Stros411 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Always positive. Going to our third World Series since 2017. Take that, haters. Always Stros. Let's go, baby, for the H.
All righty, I've got this big echo because I'm in Galveston, and I was watching this with a bunch of friends, and I'm in this big special room down here, so I got this awesome echo. So let's go, Stros! Are you excited yet? Are you excited about this World Series? Who are you going to face? I don't know. I know the Dodgers are going to be throwing Max Scherzer tomorrow. I know the Braves are going to be throwing Ian Anderson. There's going to be a lot on the line in this matchup, but I don't know who I want to face. But we're going to a World Series. I mean, there's after game 3 and 4 of this series, I know there's a lot of people hating against the Astros, but we're here. We're here again after all the doubt, all the the Astros don't have enough starting pitching. The Astros did it. And I know all y'all listened to the podcast last night. What did Robert Fuller said? He said if Luis Garcia pitches 5 to 6 innings, the Astros would win this game.
Yes.
And what did he do? He did. He didn't even pitch 5 to 6 innings. He found a little more oomph in his fastball. He was throwing up 97 miles per hour, and it seems like his little extra delivery did something to it. Talk to about that, Brett.
So here's the thing. I was following the game literally pitch by pitch while I was watching the Rockets home opener with my son. And so we were there and I was watching the game and I was paying attention to Luis Garcia having a no-hitter going into the 5th inning. And he was absolutely dealing. Eric, adrenaline works in one of two ways. It hurts you or it helps you. And clearly tonight, it helped Luis Garcia because considering his last start, you basically everybody was like, well, I hope he goes 3. I hope he goes 4. Like nobody really had a lot of confidence because, he's a rookie. This is a big moment. But Eric, this game right here is a career changing moment. This career is a stage foundational starter for Luis Garcia. Not only has he been one of the best rookies in this league, he took the big stage and he was able to be dominant in a game that clinched a third World Series against the Red Sox, who the last time they were at Minute Maid Park absolutely obliterated the Astros pitching, made Luis Garcia look foolish, and they only gave up 2 hits. Like World Traveler says, it was a shutout. And let me just put the world on notice. This team, it doesn't matter who we face. We can face the ailing Dodgers or we can face the 88-win Atlanta Braves. The bottom line is this is our year. This is our time. No team could have done what this team did tonight. And I am here to tell you that the Houston Astros are going to take the 2021 World Series. And Eric, y'all, I'm just letting y'all know this. I'm so pumped. Of all 3 World Series that have been in Houston, I've not been to a single World Series game. My son and I are going to our first World Series game. Game 2, we already got our tickets, home game 2. So I'm excited. It's either going to be Wednesday or it's going to be next Saturday. And I hope it's next Wednesday. And I hope we play the Braves. And I hope we beat the ever-living crap out of them. I hope we send them crying because the Houston Astros are not only proving the haters wrong, but they're telling us everything that we've known, that they are the best team in baseball.
Well, I know that this is just this was an epic series, but the Red Sox just kind of they were dominating offensively for games 3 and 4. But how many hits did they get in this game? They got 2 hits. 2 hits. This offense that has dominated the Astros for, I mean, not just the Astros, but the Rays, the Yankees, they just fell apart. And the Astros, that just shows how the Astros, and after game, what was it, game 5? It seems like momentum just kind of turned in their favor, and we just saw a different team. We saw them gain confidence, and we saw after all the starters not being able to go past the first, second, or third inning, we saw that change in this game. And I think that we may see a little bit different situation. So now, how does that set the Astros up for the World Series? I don't know. We'll have to talk about that on Sunday for that podcast, but I'm guessing that probably Jose Urquidy goes game 1, maybe, and then you go Framber Valdez game 2. I mean, I mean, I don't
I
know
don't
how
know.
the rest would go.
I mean, how many days? If the first game is on Tuesday, okay. Framber pitched when? Framber pitched on Wednesday.
Right. So that'd
So
be
it's
1,
Friday,
2,
Saturday,
3.
Monday.
No,
Dude,
he'll be on full. No, he'll be on full rest.
why would you
Yeah,
skip
no.
Framber? No, dude,
Take that back.
Framber's game 1.
Do-do-do,
No.
do-do-do, do-do-do.
Framber, dude, what
Yeah,
are you talking?
game 1
Framber is
Framber.
game
Yeah.
1. No, man, we are back in business, man. Luis Garcia will be rested. We'll be back in business, dude. We'll be back in our normal rotation. Right. And with Framber and Garcia going with confidence and absolutely nailing it, and the Red Sox noticing, game recognized game when JD Martinez and the other hitters said he was unhittable. Like, we couldn't hit his stuff, and he was on point. Just absolutely phenomenal. I wish I was in downtown Houston still. We had to come home so we could do the podcast, but downtown is absolutely lit tonight. It was an epic sports night for the city of Houston. 3 World Series, Eric. This is a dynasty, folks. This is a dynasty, and it doesn't matter how much you hate this team. They're just going to keep winning. And I really think that they win this World Series. I think it means, I bet you Carlos Correa returns if we win this World Series. Why would you want to leave a World Series winning team and you still got your cast of characters and you got a chance to go to another one and win back to back? Why the hell would you go somewhere else? Why the hell would you go to another American League team like the loser Yankees or the crappy Rangers or the terrible Tigers? I mean, do I got to keep going? There's no reason to go anywhere else, Carlos Correa. This is your home. We are your city. You've got to stay no matter what, because this is H-Town, baby, and nobody does it. It's our time in H-Town, baby. I'm so fucking pumped, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this was exciting, and it's kind of makes me hungry, and it makes me kind of wish I had a Built Bar. So talk to us a little bit about Built Bar.
Well, Built Bar is for champions like the Houston Astros, and Built Bar is wrapped in 100% chocolate. And if you're the healthy, conscious guy or girl, you need to get a Built Bar. They're delicious. They have all these crazy good flavors: salted caramel, strawberry, orange, cookies and cream, you name it. Maybe they'll come out with an Astro Orange when they win the championship, but they have 17 to 18 grams of protein, ranging 130 to 180 calories, 4 to 5 grams of sugar, 4 to 5 grams of net carbs, amazing flavors, all tasty, all healthy. Order today and get the grasshopper cookie or raspberry or whatever you like. Built Bar is the official protein bar of the USA Track and Field team. And go to built.com right now. Use a promo code LOCKED15. That's LOCKED15 for 15% off your order. The same discount that I get and Eric the Man Heisman gets. Go to built.com, the best bar in the biz.
Alrighty, so let's go and talk a little bit about what the odds are for the Astros actually winning the World Series. I know I talked to Robert Flores yesterday, and he said that he doesn't really know who the Astros are going to face, and he doesn't really know what's going to go on. So I wonder what BetOnline.ag would say.
Bet online is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your sports action. It's back and better than ever with the new web interface and the start of the basketball season. More props, odds, and lines than ever before. Bet online remains your number one spot for the basketball and football action this season. Head to our new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use a promo code Locked On to receive your bonus from basketball, football, baseball, postseason. You don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. Bet online is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your sports. Bet online where the game starts.
All right, and guys, make sure you keep on making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Keep on subscribing to us, keep on liking us, and keep on telling your friends about us. I mean, whether it's the audio version, Odyssey, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, keep on listening to Locked On Astros podcast and all World Series. Hey, we're back at the World Series. Isn't this awesome? I mean, with this pitching staff, with no Justin Verlander, no Lance McCullers, this pitching staff, this team is going to the World Series. So a lot of people are getting on to me about screaming, and it's not really that I'm screaming. It's really just echoing. But this
whatever
team is going to the World Series.
So yeah. Eric, so get this. So in 2019, Yordan Alvarez hit 241 with 1 homer, 3 RBIs, 21 strikeouts. This year, in 2021, 441 overall, only 11 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 4 doubles, like 2 triples. I mean, this guy actually, his updated stat says 522, I guess, with his 4 for 4. I mean, he hit over 500. Does he win MVP like Larry says? Do you give it to him? Because I was thinking earlier, maybe Christian Javier, just because he had so many great relief outings. Do you give it to Luis Garcia? Is that who got? I don't know. I mean, is that who they gave it to?
Alvarez.
Because we're not watching the broadcast.
I see it, but it looks like Alvarez. But
Alvarez got it. Okay.
Like I'm at a beach house with a whole bunch of friends, and they're all watching it. So I'm seeing a kind of blurred out version, and I swore I saw Alvarez. Yeah, I don't know. I would give it to Alvarez. This guy was hot. He had 4 hits today. I mean, he had the big hits against Chris Sale. I mean, this guy did everything. He batted 522 in this series with a 1408 OPS. And then you had Gurriel after not really doing well in the ALDS. He batted 455 with 1156 OPS. I mean, you had some guys step up, and that's what you need in this series. Kyle Tucker batted 261, but his OPS was 885. So, but Alvarez was the big key in this series, and that's what the Astros did not have in 2019. What,
dude? I mean, you had this. This is insane. And I mean, Eric, think about this. You have your most decorated player, the face of this franchise, in Jose Altuve, not Carlos Correa, but Jose Altuve, the one that gets all the boos, the one that gets all the hate, even though he didn't participate in 2017 with the scandal. He only hit 125 this series. And you would think that with someone like him hitting 125 and Alex Bregman hitting 217, like, oh my gosh, they got their key hitters not hitting. This team, top to bottom, is the best. And one of the key plays, Eric, and I know the game was probably already shifted in their direction, but I believe they were still up 2-0, and that was it. The guy on first and third when Verdugo stole second after that strikeout, and Martin Maldonado cut him down. Right. You know, that's a dangerous play. If he misthrows that ball, the guy scores from third. He possibly goes from second to third if he misses the tag. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that could have snowballed from that moment. But Martin Maldonado is absolutely unafraid to gun runners down. The strike him out, throw him out was huge. And the relief pitchers, Eric, stepped up in a big way. And I don't think we have any reason to go into the World Series with our team and not be confident that they can't finish the job, because getting here was tougher than any other year prior to this year. I don't care what anybody says. We didn't have the way we did it, This is what champions do. This is what champions are made of. This is almost a run, almost like what people talked about with the Nationals and all that stuff. This is kind of what we're doing. Like our pitching was falling apart. Injuries came up. Lance McCullers went down. We thought Luis Garcia was out. All these obstacles, the relief pitching. Who the heck's going to show up? And then boom, we're in the freaking World Series. We clinched our third World Series, and I am over the moon. I am so proud of this ball club. I'm proud of Dusty Baker. I'm proud of every player on this team. And I really hope that we win this so that Dusty Baker can ride off into the sunset a World Series champion.
All right, so I just got an email from Breaking Tea, and they actually are celebrating the Astros being AL champions. And they said that if you go to breakingtea.com/talkingstros and you use the promo code Houston30, that's Houston, like all uppercase, and 30 and you spend $125, you will get 30% off that order. And so that's using, if you use breakingtea.com/talkingstros and you use the promo code Houston30, you get 30% off your order. So go stock up for your World Series, guys, and get, I mean, you can't see it, but I'm wearing this under the Astros jersey. I'm wearing Breaking Tea. I know Brett has a lot of Breaking Tea shirts as well, but I'm pumped about this. I mean, I'm just so excited. I mean, this team, I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, the Astros are just like this, they're going to go away. They're just going to be this bang, bang, and they're going to go away. But we're not gone. We're still here. And this team is probably still going to be here for a few more years. Yeah, they may need to get another starter next year, but that's something we can address in the offseason. Right now, this offense still to beat anybody. That team, I don't know. I did I'm here with a big group of people here, and I did an unofficial survey, and I said, raise your hand if you rather face the Dodgers, and nobody raised their hand. I said, raise your hands if you rather face the Braves, and everybody raised their hands. And I asked some people why, and a lot of people were saying, like I was saying, like it's the nostalgia. It's all the facing the Tom Glavines, the Greg Maddux, going back to the 2005 playoffs where you had the 18-inning games, where you had the Chris Burke home run, and just everything that we've experienced growing up a Houston Astros fan. It wouldn't mean, I know baseball would love to have the Astros versus Dodgers. Hey, this is your chance to make it right.
Here's the thing. Scherzer's not going to pitch. I don't believe in Game 6. Their pitching is in shambles right now. Unless Chris Taylor goes out and he's also pitching and hitting 3 home runs these next 2 games, I don't see the Dodgers going to Atlanta and winning 2 in a row. It just doesn't seem likely. I don't see them jumping on the Braves pitching the way they did. I thought it was kind of suspect the way they jumped on Max Fried, to be quite honest with you. I'll say that openly. I think the Dodgers all along have done things for years, and it finally has caught up to them. And so at the end of the day, I believe it's going to be the Braves. Probability says it's going to be the Braves. And we just need to make sure our guys are rested and ready to go. And, here's the thing. The Red Sox knew that their backs were against the wall. Kike Hernandez before the game even said we needed a rest. We needed to reset. We needed to flush the stuff and go and focus in this game. And, starting out when it was 2-0, Eric, I was like, this is not a good lead for this Boston Red Sox team because they're dangerous and they can pop up anytime and bite you in the butt. And I just thought like in that first and third situation, if Travis Shaw hits a 3-run home run, it is going to be absolutely devastating. Now, maybe the Kyle Tucker 3-run home run still goes, but the beauty of the short porch is that home run would have been a home run in how many parks, Eric? 1 park. Minute Maid. We love the Crawford boxes, don't we?
Yeah. So apparently everybody's saying that Max Scherzer has just been rolled out for tomorrow's game for the Dodgers. So
okay.
That is a big blow. They just lost some guy named.
But he hasn't done super. I mean, he hasn't been lights out in the playoffs like he was in the regular season.
Right. They've also lost some guy named Joe Kelly. I think he's famous.
Oh yeah, that's a BS move. Yeah, they basically said act like you're injured so we can replace you with maybe Mike Fiers, I'm sure, or something like that.
No, I mean he's really hurt. I think.
Oh.
But I was watching a game. He really was hurt in that situation, but that means that he would be out for the World Series as well. But yeah, the Dodgers are really snake. They lost Justin Turner, and so
Oh
I
yeah, I
think the
saw that.
Dodgers are in a bad spot.
Gosh, I mean, and look, here's the deal. You hate to see that. I never cheer for an opposing team, no matter how much I dislike them. I never cheer for anyone to go out with an injury. Justin Turner has had one hell of a season and is just a fun baseball player to watch when he's not playing the Astros. And to see him pull up with that hamstring reminded me of going back when we lost Bregman for 2 months. And I don't care how much you dislike a team, you should never cheer or be okay with another player getting injured. That's wrong. That's malice. And we don't promote that on our show. And we certainly hope that he's able to, recover for next season. There's no way he plays again. He looked bad. But the Dodgers have been ailing. I mean, going into this, Max Muncy was kind of a lame duck injury wise. I'm sure there's been a question. Dustin May's not even out there. I mean, they've had some issues, and there's something to be said about having to do it over a 162 game season. So let's think of this, Eric. We start with JV being gone. We start with Framber on the shelf. We lose Bregman for 3 months. We go into the playoffs. We lose McCullers. We possibly lose Garcia, and we're going to a freaking World Series. Like this is like the worst algebraic equation that I don't think I could have ever solved in my mind. Like, I hate math, and that's what this reminds me of. Like, how do you get to the World Series? It doesn't make sense on paper, and they made it work. They put the variables, they put the numbers where they needed to be perfectly, and they made it work. And that is why this team is special. And if this team, Eric, wins the World Series this year, I think it goes down as one of the best teams in Astros history. It has to, A, because they win the World Series, B, because they had to win it.
To update you, Yordan Alvarez did win the ALCS MVP.
That's awesome. Good for him. Dude, this guy's going to get paid so freaking much money when he's up. They better sign his butt early. They better go for a discount and sign him for 10 years and do one of those like Alex Bregman or Tatis deals. Or they need to do something to lock him in early. Kyle Tucker, the same thing. Man, this offseason, Eric, when we get to that point, and I don't want the season to end, there's going to be so much to cover, so much to talk about, because the future of the Astros, I believe, is bright, but it is convoluted with good and tough things to talk about.
All right, so now at this point, we're just waiting to see who we play. Are we going to play the Braves? If we play Braves, then we're going to play Tuesday and Wednesday, then another Tuesday and Wednesday. If we play the Dodgers, then we're going to play a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday situation. And that Sunday is going to be a night. And so, unfortunately, I had to play Squid Games to get my tickets. I had to get online and my seats kept on getting eliminated until I finally got my seats. And then finally I got tickets for game 3. And, but that is on Halloween night. So I'm really hoping we play the Braves, just because I don't want to go on Halloween night to an Astros game. But if that's the situation, so be it. But I'm just super excited that we're back in the situation. 3rd time in 5 years that we're here. Hopefully, I asked a few podcasts ago, do the Astros have enough pitching? Who knows? Max Scherzer is out with a dead arm for the Dodgers. That's a big loss.
The Astros have enough pitching.
Okay. That's what I was about to say. Well, I think Framber Valdez stepped up, and we saw Luis Garcia step up.
Beautiful
and
game.
We didn't even see what Jose Urquidy could do to step up. I think we saw I don't know what happened. The Astros went through just a little bump where all of a sudden they couldn't go deep into games, but I think something happened. I don't know what happened. Luis Garcia found a way to fix his delivery, but he looked great today. He looked like he was in control. He looked like he was dominant, and the Red Sox just had no chance. And what was his final line? He had 7 strikeouts, 5 2/3 innings. He only allowed 1 hit. Kendall Graveman allowed the other hit. The Red Sox, this great Red Sox offense, only got 2 freaking hits. They had 10 strikeouts. The Astros did their job. They knew the assignment. They knew the assignment. They got it done. They're going to the World Series.
The Astros made the adjustments, and this is something Larry the GM brings up. They stopped tipping pitches, right? And the Red Sox noticed that they made adjustments because Kike Hernandez and I think a couple of pitchers said, yeah, the Astros hitters adjusted to, or, you know, the Astros pitchers adjusted to our hitting, and they did a phenomenal job. Like they basically, it was game recognized game. It was, you see the opponent and basically they just clearly beat you. And that's how a true competitor holds their head. The Red Sox, Eric, should not hang their head because they were supposed to be in a rebuilding year. Right. And even at the beginning of the year when they were hot, I thought they were paper champs. I thought they would fade out. They didn't fade out until they didn't fade out until the end. And then they came back. They made it in. They beat the Yankees. That was great. They beat the Rays. Because I think, you know, everybody says the Rays would have given us a harder time, but the way this team is playing, I don't think it matters who this team plays. I'm telling you, Braves or Dodgers, I personally want home field advantage for the Houston Astros, for this team, for Framber, for Luis. I want home field advantage. I think if you have JV and McCullers and your big horses, I don't think home field advantage matters as much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sorry. I was just watching Julia Morales. They're tipping champagne on her, and she's just like,
I'm not even getting to watch it. So thank you guys for hanging out with us.
This
thank you
awesome.
Thank you for making us your first listen, guys. We are finding out, and I'm looking. We are getting so many new listeners, and if you're a new listener to our podcast, thank you for discovering us. Share it with your friends. When you tweet at us or tweet about our show, use the hashtag first listen to let us know that we're your first listen of the day. We are Locked on Astros. We're your team every day. We're a network of over 200 channels for every major sport, every major team. And we are the only Locked on Astros station that is your team every day.
So with that being said, you have to wonder who replaces Jake Myers on the World Series roster, because obviously he's not going to be ready because he was not ready for the ALCS roster. So what makes you think he's going to be ready for a World Series roster? Would you give somebody like Marwin Gonzalez a chance? Would you give somebody like Taylor Jones a chance? So there's so many options for the Astros. So the Astros,
why not Taylor Jones? The kid can rake. The kid can hit. He can hit a lot better than Marwin Gonzalez can. Let's just be honest. I'm still not on the Marwin Gonzalez train. This isn't 2017, boys and girls. Sorry, this is not 2017. Do not start giving me the Marwin Gonzalez feel good bull crap, because it's not about feeling good, boys and girls. It is about winning championships. And this is where we separate the men from the boys. And Marwin would want the best team to field the World Series. If Marwin felt that he would take a spot from a guy that probably contributes more, I don't think he would want to be on this team. I'll be real honest with you. If he's a team player, that's how he should think.
All right. So when asked about Dusty Baker, owner Jim Crane said they'd talk about his status after World Series, but this is what he had to say. I love Dusty. You take it from there. Dusty's back. Dusty's back. Dusty's coming back. That's what that means, right?
Oh, well, I really was kind of hoping Joe Espada would take over, because I think he's earned it. Eric, he's been here through the thick and the thin. He's stayed the course, and I think he deserves a shot. And if he doesn't get a shot to be a manager, I'm afraid you're going to lose him. And to lose a bench coach with that value and future manager with that value, I think bad in the long run. I get it. You want to bring Dusty back, but if you win a World Series, so Dusty wins a retirement party, conversations, Hi,
Nate.
Who's Nate?
That's all.
Yeah,
don't,
you know
what?
No, I'm going to. Nate, you know what? You guys cheat too, and you won a World Series. This year, I think y'all were cheating in those 2 games that you had that offensive explosion. You just sucked at it. So go back to Boston and have some clam chowder, okay?
That's
sorry.
Chowder.
Do not come out. Hey, Boston, you like apples? How you like these apples? World Series, baby.
All righty. So the Astros took care of business, and I'm so excited that it didn't go game 7. Like a lot of guys up, this Game 7. The MLB wants Game 7 just because they want more money. I'm like, no, I don't think my heart could take another Game 7. Like, Game 7s are stressful because anything can happen in Game 7. The
Yeah.
Astros had the advantage in this game, and they took care of business. Yes, they only scored they scored 5 runs, but for a while there is only the 2-run lead in that situation. But they still took care of business, and so I think the Astros, we'll have to talk about this more on Sunday, but I'm super excited about this. I'm sorry for yelling earlier, but I was just super pumped.
No,
I had
dude, don't even apologize for like getting all up in the fields, man. That's nothing wrong with that. Eric, at the end of the day, this is great. You and I, listen to me, you and I have been grinding this season out. And it has been an odd season. It has been a great season for the most part, but there have been peaks and valleys where I remember us going, gosh, is this team even going to make the playoffs? Like, there were some weird, weary times. And to grind it out, Eric, I've enjoyed this so much, grinding this season out with you as a team here at Locked On Astros. I think that not only have we brought the best content that's out there, but also we have the best listeners, we have the best followers, and they share the word when they see us. They let us know how much they love the show. And so I appreciate every one of y'all. Every one of y'all.
Sorry, Chaz McCormick and Jose
What's they
Siri
doing?
are like dancing, and like Chaz is doing his same dance he was doing earlier, and Jose
Nice.
Siri is dancing too, and it's like
Nice.
So these boys are having fun, but they know once Tuesday comes around, it's all business. Who are they facing? We don't know. Maybe we'll have a better idea once we talk again on Sunday. But guys, we need a little break. We've been grinding for the past week and a half or so.
Yeah.
But we'll be back on Sunday. But I'm super excited about another World Series. Are you excited? Who are we going to face? I don't know. I hope it's the Braves, and I don't know who's the better matchup for the Astros. I think I would say probably the Dodgers, but my heart wants to face the Braves just because of the history the Astros have with the Braves. That's just
no, right. I understand that. I don't think a lot of the current fan base, if they're younger, really has that attachment to them unless they were at those. I remember growing up facing the Braves in the National League. I remember those games. I remember them always being better. I remember a time when the only baseball games I could watch on TV were Braves or Cubs. The only time I saw the Astros was when they were on WGN or TBS before we got the HSE Home Sports Entertainment or whatever it was called. And, we have a great network. The only thing I don't like about the playoffs, Eric, is we don't get our local guys. We don't get Todd. We don't get Julia. We don't get Blummer. We don't get to listen to them during the game. But what I have enjoyed is I've listened to a lot of Ford and Sparky, and they are amazing. And right as the game was ending, Ford goes, well, Sparky, I think you need to go get your poncho on because that's
go get wet.
Sparky's like, uh-oh. And it was just like they were getting ready. The inevitable was going to happen. And so we also are working on, I'm not going to say who it is, but working on a pretty big guest. I'm hoping to get them on before the World Series starts. But we are always going to keep working on guest people to bring in and just some variety. As we go through the rest of the World Series, we will be reacting to each game after the World Series, each game. And I'll be at World Series game 2, standing room only. So if you see me standing along the railing by the home run pump or the Budweiser thing or whatever. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got sick on Wednesday. So anyways, I will be, I've already got something lined out for that. So just know that the Astros are priority. Wheelhouse Jr. and I are going to man the place, and we're going to take the juice box by storm.
All right, so that's all we got. Super pumped the Astros are going to World Series. Now all we have to do is wait to see who we face. Once we figure out who we're facing, we'll have a better idea of the matchups in that situation. I know that the Dodgers will go ahead and take on the Braves again on Saturday and probably on Sunday. So hopefully by the time we record on Sunday, we'll have an idea. If not, by the time we record on Monday night, we'll have a better idea of who we'll be facing. But guys, World Series, here we come. Houston Astros. We don't care what you have to say about us. We are here. And guys, I saw y'all out there. Thank you for listening to what I said. Y'all cheered Luis Garcia on. He heard you, and the Astros rallied around you. Yes, it took them a little bit to get all those runs, but they took care of business. World Series, here we come. And that's all we got. We'll be back with another edition of the Locked On Podcast on Sunday. Go Astros.